This is the final part of the battle. First part of this mission is to destroy the ironclads and get them out of the way because they can just do enormous damage to your army. So I've moved all my artillery here intentionally for the purpose of tearing these guys up. My 24-pound howitzers, well, it should be my 24-pound howitzers, probably isn't. Was supposed to end up in the woods. I don't know if they did. When I'm doing this in Sony, the video's a little blurry, I can't tell, but I intended the 24-pound howitzers would be in the woods, but it really doesn't matter. Anything firing canister will degrade the enemy. The hard part on the right side, of course, is getting visibility of the enemy. You desperately want visibility, so detached skirmishers have to be positioned very close to the enemy ironclads in order for your artillery to see their targets and hit them. Even if he fires at my artillery is going to kill him much faster, and that's allied artillery over there. So his units are pretty much all routing. Keep degrading them. I'd like to get into melee with him in the open, not at the edge of the board, because that's a problem. Melee at the edge of the board does not work well, and melee in forest works really horribly. So, yeah, there's one left. We can just stand toe-to-toe with this guy. Doesn't matter what he does, he's going to die pretty quickly. Now all we have to do is contain these guys on the right flank. I don't want him charging forward and getting disrupting my killing of the ironclads, so I have a couple units run to block. And as you can see, pretty much we've got a circle around him. And all my units look like they're in pretty good condition. And as soon as that last ironclad is dead, all this artillery can focus on killing these guys in the corner. We have 54 minutes to go. Yeah, I should charge these guys. Yeah, did I finally tell everybody to charge? I think I did. I think I just told everybody charge. Unfortunately, the guys on the left, I think, are charging, and that's going to just drive the guys to the right. I don't really want to drive them to the right. I need the guys on the right to charge into these guys and keep them from the woods. Yeah, he's under 2,000. Let's just charge him. I think I'm trying to keep my losses down at this point. Yeah, there are 3 units there. Yeah, I remember deciding to back away because he has 3 units. Yeah, and look, his units on the right side are collapsing. 42 minutes. That should be plenty of time to wrap these guys up. Yeah, everybody charging from the left. I thought he was going to try to retreat to the left, but obviously, I have a ton of infantry over there. I decide these guys on my army can run and charge, and it doesn't matter their condition because the troops I have on the right now can handle this on the right. And I intend to let the allied units handle it. Yeah, Jenkins might have actually helped there a little bit. He was pretty terrible throughout the entire battle. I guess he did what I needed him to do, but man, did he perform terribly. So, um, everybody just kind of swarms these guys. I decide at some point that I'm going to pull my troops out, but then it looks like the Allied troops might be having trouble, and I rely on my troops to close the door on these guys and charge and just put the enemy army out of existence. And yeah, it's really overwhelming here at the end. The entire army is just swarming these guys, and should be one last unit, and that's it. So we have 5 minutes to go, and I'm hoping, like you can see, I have part of my army over here, just kind of doing an assemble. You know, they're just assembling, and I just want them to walk and grind some condition. And these guys over on the right, I'm having them assemble, and hopefully, I'm thinking maybe the game will give me some time and I can walk for an hour. But nope, that's the end. So the enemy had 71,000, I had 46,000. We killed 62,000, lost 11, but captured 20,000. Actually, 20,508. And that is a new world record, which will be, I think, lost and should be lost in the next couple of days. So that's your challenge. Capture more than 20,508 at Shiloh on Legendary. So I think you could easily get 25,000 captures. Not easily, but if you played it really focused on getting captures, you could capture 25,000 here. Uh, Remember, I didn't capture very many on the right side. Most of those guys shattered, and I think you could capture most of those units. So you could get, I'm pretty sure you could get 25,000 here. So, yeah, and if you were really lucky, who knows how many. So, yeah, this was a surprise to get this many captures. It's over 5-1. Um, Here are the numbers for you to take a look at them, the raw numbers, and yeah, I was pretty surprised. So 3,000. Anderson got 3,000. Let's see. My Lorenz didn't get quite 10-1. That's really entertaining. For losses, yeah, my unit that took the most losses was 400. So, and then after that, 300, and then they're in the 200s, and that's like nothing. I think that's great. My units were over 1,200 to 1,300 and something, and if you lose 200 at Shiloh, great. So I had two units that took a little bit more damage than I would have liked, and the rest of them are just fine. That Enfield killed 1,500 and lost. I mean, it's like 10-1. I mean, you know, that's absolutely terrific. So the M&G did not do well. That's the one that lost my most losses. 6-pounders did fine. My artillery did fine. Got good number of kills. So let's see. Got 12 10-pound Parrots and Enfields, 5,500 Enfields. And that is just sweet. Got some Lorenzes. Man, Enfields, Lorenzes. We are loaded for the next part of the campaign. Yeah, all this is terrific. I don't know what I'm going to do with Forrest. He's going to be turned into something else. I don't know what at this point, but yeah. First thing I always do is save after Shiloh. I don't want to do it again. Took a long time, and I just want to move on. Yeah, for units that started at 1,200, these guys, you know, are looking really good. So how did this guy do? Oh, that's, yeah. For little 6-pounders, 12 H's, which are useless, they did fine. The 24-pound howitzers I had to keep back because of the new mechanic in the mod that enemy artillery targets you, and my 24-pound howitzers got targeted, and I had to back off. Normally I just stand there on the front line and blast away at the enemy and rack up kills, but nope. 41 to 46. That's good. Wow, I have units that are really close to the second star. Two have the second star. I'm gonna, of course, I might end up with 5 or 6 units that are 2-star units at the end of this battle by mixing them all together into one pile and spreading the XP between them might work out. These guys are all, yeah, looking amazingly good. These guys are that guy's in his 40s. This guy, bunch of guys in their 30s. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go with marksman. I think I'm going to go with firearms or melee. Melee really is the difference between firearms and marksman. It's like right in the middle. It doesn't penalize you for anything, and it doesn't give you any buff. I might go with melee. It's a very vanilla perk. You know, it doesn't give you the strength of either of the other two perks, but it doesn't give you the weaknesses of the other two perks either. So I don't know. I don't know. Side battles, maybe firing faster is more valuable because I'm going to re-perk these, remake these units in every battle. So I can perk them as anything, really. I think I'm going to put Albert Sidney Johnson in as corps commander and take my commander and put him in a green unit. Scott told me this trick. I'm going to put him in a green unit and put him in a grand battle. And at the end of the battle, my officer will grind a ton of XP, and the command line will go up much higher than if I keep him as a corps commander, and get my avatar a 3-star early. That would be fun. I've never done that before, so that would be fun. 6,000 infield. Happy day. And can pick up 2,200 more, and probably will. Plus, I think I can buy some with rep. Yeah, these units are all really good for this part of the campaign. I'm going to blend a few of these back into the raw manpower pool, but I really would rather just keep these as a group of good units. Okay, so I took these guys down to raw recruits. I have 31,869, which is very close to what High Bob had at this point. I'm surprised I'm close to him because I've been taking more losses. And efficiency 28, morale 39, stamina 41, firearms 31, melee 24. That's really good. Yeah, I think High Bob actually has higher numbers on his army than I do in most of these, but I'm really happy with these numbers. Um, yeah, and the trick is to just keep pushing them up. So, yeah, that was a really good battle, and it was fun to fight, and I'll see you in camp. So thanks for watching the Battle of Shiloh.